is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by my good friend and top trainer, Mark Tibbs. Mark, how you doing?
Daniel Day-Lewis, how are you, sir?
My left foot. I'm the
Do you
last of
remember
the
that?
Mohicans.
For some reason, when I look at you, I think of Daniel Day-Lewis. And was he in a boxing film too?
I don't know. Yeah, I think he was, wasn't he? He was
With
definitely in Kings
Damien,
of New York, but
with Damien Denny. Do you remember Damien Denny
I
from
remember
Ireland?
the Irish fighter, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, for some reason, when I look at you, I talk to you, I just want to say Daniel Day-Lewis.
Well, I'd take that as a big compliment, to be honest. Thanks, mate. When I look at you, I want to talk about the success of Origins Gym in 2022. Unbeaten in the calendar year, 12-0, I think, by my count. What's been the secret to the success, do you think?
um, it's plain and simple. Hard work. I like to say clever work and diligent work and teamwork. So yeah, yeah, and having a subject like my fighters are, we try to instill resilience and mindset, and it's not just about going in there crash bang wallop. It's holding the brain together to stick to a game plan. And sometimes game plans have to change during rounds, and that's what we work on. All of them things, yeah.
And you've had a lot of young prospects take big strides this year, but Ebony Bridges coming in as the underdog to win her world title earlier this year, is that the highlight of 2022 for you?
Yes, I guess it is. I mean, all of my prospects are like world title fights for me. I just want the best for them, and I want their development and their performance is very, very paramount to me and important to me. It's I put myself under a bit of pressure to make sure they come through with flying colours. But Ebony Bridges was in a first world title defence. There was a little bit of confusion at some point, probably not from the promoter, but I was led to believe that we was fighting in September, and in a voluntary. So I had my head in that sort of space. But anyway, we adapted. We was forced, not forced, but we was forced the mandatory with O'Connell, and it wasn't the easiest of opposition. But yeah, so Bridges come through with flying colours, and again she upset the apple cart that people didn't think that she could. So yeah, that is the highlight of my year. Of course it is. Yeah, the world title defence with Ebony Bridges.
So she beat Roman, then she's defended against O'Connell, probably the underdog in both fights, and came through. What is it about Ebony and about you guys' relationship that's enabled her to develop as well and as quickly as she has?
I swear, all I can say is that it's the hours we work. It's got to be. It's the hours we work, and meeting and seeing eye to eye when we don't at first, but getting over hurdles and basically ticking boxes step by step, and having confidence in each other, in what's in front of us. If I've got whatever we've got in front of us, I look at it, I weigh it up, and yeah, that's how we work. We have to work accordingly, but you have to have the minerals yourself. Yeah, or Ebony does, and she did. So I can't tell you in words, but I know
Given Ebony's advanced age when she came to you, her lack of experience in the amateurs as well, how proud are you of how far she's come with you?
I'm extremely proud. Extremely proud. It's she's an inspiration to woman and man out there. If you put your mind to it and knuckle down and believe in each other, that you can overcome stuff that that people doubt you on. So it's possible. You know, I've done it with other fighters as well. I say not me. We've done it as a team with other fighters that we've been up against it and you know, come triumphant. But yeah, no, you know, I can't put my finger on it. It's just the painless hours we put in to get the performance and the result we want. That's all it is. Yeah.
Are there similarities between her journey and the one you had with Dillian White? Because he's someone who came in a little bit older, already had other trainers, and you completely kind of redeveloped him and really brought him on.
Well, yeah, you could say that. Dillian, I had a good journey with Dillian, 11 fights, unbeaten fights, and we won British title and world interim title and world #1. And yeah, 11 unbeaten fights with Dillian. Dillian was a great character to work with, like Ebony, very, very stubborn, resilient. But when shit is the fan, we click and we get the job done. So yeah, I guess yeah, you can compare Dillian White with Ebony Bridges for sure.
And you've got the three great prospects in John Fisher, John Hedges, and Tommy Fletcher. What do you make of how they've developed in 2022?
I'm over the moon with Fisher. I was just looking at a bit of footage with him this morning, and sent me a message, and I looked at a bit of footage from his last camp, and how smart he looks. How smart he looks. Smart, and I'm really happy with his development so far. I don't want his pedigree, which he hasn't got, because he's there now. He's where he should be in his fighting career, and I'm really happy with that. Thanks to SJAM as well as his management. Also, John Hedges is got a message from him. Also, he's took a bit of time out, got a bit of a hand problem, but I'm very happy with Hedges. I mean, I've always said Hedges he's got that ring IQ and craft that is just natural. You're born with, but he's at an age which he needs still to work on his confidence and experience. And you know, you can't buy it, and you can't rush it. It will be there. His offensive work is incredible. In his last couple of fights, he managed to place some backhand shots at the right spot and put them away. So I'm pretty happy with Hedges. Who else is it we got there?
Tommy Fletcher.
Yeah. Oh, Tommy Fletcher. Tommy Fletcher, I've always, because he's got a phenomenal punch power with both hands, that's always been exciting to work with. And again, he's just got to get the right fights at the right time and us developing in the right way. I'm fighting on the 28th or 29th, I believe, of January on the big card, the Yard Baturbiev. So he's been very fortunate, but he's worthy of them big cards he's been on. And I've booked some good sparring up for him in January, some really experienced sparring for around the 6th of January, I believe. So we're going to get him proper pedigree sparring, so he learns his craft in the gym as a young man should.
Good stuff. And you've got a real good mix at the moment. You've got a world champion in Ebony. You've got Fisher, who's on the cusp of domestic titles now. And then you've got the prospects, plus Elle Brook, of course, on the Misfits scene. Do you like it like that? A bit of variety, everyone at different stages?
Well, you know, I have my meetings and I see if we can gel with these fighters and see if they can work with the company I've got as well. It's all got to work, you know, because you build relationships with each and every one of them, and you get to know their good qualities and their bad qualities. And they very rarely mix together, to the truth, but it is important they mix together sometimes, because certain attributes rub off of each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very proud of the young lady you just mentioned, Elle Brook. She come in as a real like just novice, and she is really turning heads and ticking boxes for me as a coach in this boxing gym at the Origin Gym here in Raynham right now. And she's fighting. She's up against it. She's fighting on the 14th of January in I think it's at Wembley now. It was in Dallas.
Yeah.
Big card, a big Misfits card, promoted by Callie and Nisa Sauerland on the Zone TV paper. And can I get her in? Can I get her in? I think
I can, yeah.
2 seconds.
Bring her in.
Yeah. Help! Help! Come here, please.
It's like your kids, isn't it?
Hello.
This is Danny Flexen.
Hi.
This is,
Hello, Danny.
I was just saying,
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I was just saying to Danny, what a crew I've got around me at the minute, and you're you are a breath of fresh air. She's fighting on the Misfits card on a Callie Sauerland promotion live on the Zone television on the 14th of January. Elle Brook, have a chat with her.
Yeah. Hello. Mark's been singing your praises. He said you're turning heads daily.
Yeah. Well, that's the aim. I think part of that is people seeing my progression as well. Because I'm in this gym and I started literally from nothing, like absolutely no boxing experience. So where I'm at now, I'm no means a professional yet, but I've improved dramatically, I'd say.
Is that the aim, to eventually go into the professional scene from Misfits?
To be honest, the more I'm doing it, the more I'm like, I would love to do that, and the opportunities are there. Like I could kind of use Misfits as like my experience and kind of like my amateur, I guess. So if it works that way, then that would be the dream for me, because I'm enjoying it. And the more and more I'm progressing, the more frustrating it is for me, because I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm learning so much about myself as well.
How did you find the first fight with AJ Bunker? Because obviously that was your first, even though you've done it in the gym, that's your first time under the lights, TV and everything else.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I did love it. And I think I was so scathing of that performance though. So I think this time I've gone back, I've reflected, and I've seen what I can improve on. I think AJ's a bit different because I was never prepared for that fight. It was like a last minute fight. Whereas this time I had like a full camp with the certain opponent in mind.
Yeah, you came in at short notice for Astrid Wet the first time, didn't you?
No, that was always meant to happen.
Oh, okay. But AJ Bunker, there was a
Astrid Wet first fight.
Oh yeah, no, I was. Oh, yeah. I thought you were saying Astrid Wet fight. No. Oh, sorry.
No, Fight. You was meant to fight Astrid Wet.
Yeah.
And then last week we got a change of opponent in AJ Bunker.
Oh yeah, no, I was meant to fight Astrid Wet. And if it ever come, I'd take it tomorrow, but I don't think she'll take that fight, or anytime soon anyway.
So how long do you see yourself staying with Misfits? You said maybe you'll turn professional ultimately, but you'll be there for what, at least the next year, I'd imagine. Yeah,
100%. And there's also other promotions as well. There's not just Misfits. I'm not exclusive to anyone. So we'll see. I just want to keep improving on this stage. Obviously, I have to be a certain caliber to turn professional. So we'll just take it by ear.
How much of an impact has working alongside Ebanie Bridges so closely had on you, especially with the year she's had?
Yeah, no, absolutely amazing. She's from day one. She's taken me under her wing, and she spent so much time with me, and she's taught me so much in and out of the ring in boxing, like certain, like how to deal with certain situations, especially when I was cutting weight for my last fight. She was there, and she gave me, like, she's a teacher, she's a maths teacher, so she gave me this list of what to do, like step by step, like baby steps. So she's a natural born teacher, so she's definitely helped me. Her and Mark, you're definitely a good team.
What got you working with Mark in the first place? Mark, maybe you can chime in here as well, but how did you guys come together initially?
Johnny Fisher.
Yeah, well, Johnny Fisher Senior actually, Johnny Fisher Junior mentioned it to me, and then I just listened for a little bit, and then after a day or two, I think I spoke to Johnny's dad, because Johnny's dad met Elle at a function. Okay. And so because of my relationship with the Fishers, I thought, well, I shouldn't should not at least have a look at Elle. and here we are. Yeah.
Yeah. I passed the fitness test on the first day.
Do you know what? It's really funny. The first camp that she was involved with, I was training Ebony as well. Wasn't I for a fight?
No, she was gone. Do you remember? It was just me. Yeah. And it was like towards the end that she came back.
Okay, yeah.
She was in Australia.
Yeah, she come
There's
back.
one gone, one went.
Yeah, right. So I've got my teeth stuck into this lady, but then I remember the first sparring session, I believe I got Elle to, when Ebony come back from Australia, I said, Ed, do me a favour, move Elle around and break her in, sort of thing, like break her in sort of thing. And anyway, so she was lovely to do that, but she was fired up. Yeah. She went, go do that.
Yeah, she was like, I was so tired. And then there's one thing she was like, jab me or I'm going to jab you. I took a deep, she taught me a lesson then. And I was so exhausted. And she was saying to me, like, you want to be a boxer, huh? You want to be a boxer? Like, trying to, like, gas me up and, like, seeing what I've got. So, yeah, she taught me a lot of lessons.
Yeah. No.
Had you ever sparred before, like, in any circumstance?
Yes, but not of Ebony Bridges caliber.
Obviously not, no.
She's a hard cookie. I think after that spot, I remember my eyes, I was black and blue. Yeah, tough. And also every punch that I've thrown at her, like she just absorbs it. Like I've never fought someone that strong before.
Going back to that time when Elle was training for her first fight, and I kind of chucked her in with the professionals, but I do tweak each and every one of them due to their rounds and their minutes. And but because we was far away from her first day of fighting, I kind of give it to her hard on the track, in the gym. Never moaned or groaned, not one.
Is that still the case now? Or?
Yeah, still the case.
No.
Never moaned or groaned. I know the pain she's feeling sometimes, physical pain, but it's also about this. And she's really ticked boxes in that area. And I've never wanted to break her, but not far off. And she's honestly, she's built and got the mindset of a champion. So I'm looking forward to Elle's future in boxing for sure.
Not quit on anything yet. I still killing me. I still do the last round or the last sprint. Never quit on anything yet.
Elle, from your knowledge of the Misfits scene, do most of the other boxers train with pro coaches? Do they go into pro gyms in the same way you have?
I believe quite a few of them have. I know that Kenny and Deji have a professional boxing coach, but in terms of anyone else or my opponent, I'm not too sure my opponent's coaches, but there are definitely, or they train with other pro boxers. But I don't think anyone's trained with a coach of the caliber of Mark. So I've definitely got one up on them on that sense.
Well, it shows how seriously you're taking it.
Yeah, I'm still here. You haven't kicked me out, so
she's doing well. She's doing well.
Mark, did you have any reservations about involving yourself in the Misfits type of boxing? Because you're a traditionalist, your dad's obviously a legend in the sport as well. Did you have any kind of concerns about moving into that side of things?
Well, listen, this is how I look at it, Danny. I look at the individual. I see if we can gel, if we can work, if they've got what it takes, and we can work as a team. And that is what I'm about. And regardless of what stage I've got to take them to fight on, it's my job. It's a job. And it's business. And but you still have to gel, and you have to have a relationship to get performance, to get trust. And it's a little bit deeper, a boxing coach, than people think.
Yeah.
But listen, regardless of the stage, if we had to fight on the moon, I've built something with this lady, we will go to the moon and fight. So regardless of what stage we're on, we've got a job to do, and it's in a professional manner. And it's you only got one life. So listen, as long as we're not hurting anyone, we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And we're entertaining. That's what it's all about.
Well, you do want to hurt some people, don't you? Namely the opponents. But apart from that,
Well. What I'm saying is, we want to hunt down, break down, and put people away in the most professional manner, and that's what we train to do, and that's what we plan to do.
and just one last question for you, Mark, and it's going to be a bit awkward with Elle here if you say no, but don't let that bother you. Do you think she's got the potential to go on to be an actual female professional boxer?
Oh, I know this.
100%. Let me tell you for why. Yeah, she's 24 years with the brain of Ebony Bridges, resilience of Ebony Bridges, who's how old? Ebony, 25.
Yeah, 25, 26, yeah.
Right, no, cool. She's 35.
She might watch this, so.
What I'm saying, where there's desire, at 24 years old, she punches. Girl can punch with both hands. She's got to land. It's an art and it's a skill. It's an art and a skill to land. 4-knuckle contact in certain points of the anatomy, preferably the whiskers. So that's the art. That is the art. Is to break people and fighters down and then put them away. She's got the power, as I say. She's got the desire and she's got a youth. So yeah, she can be a professional boxer.
And I've got Mark Tibbs in my corner. That's
There you go. Look at that. Right, really appreciate it, guys. Have a great Christmas, and we look forward to seeing you both in action in the new year.
Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, Danny. God bless you.
And you, mate. Take care. Nice to meet you.